running from killers for fun. I'm a wild witch, baby, no dumb can tame this one. Yeah, I call it how I see it. I don't care if it's crude, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass too. I'll fix another gen while you're hiding in a nook, and I do it all while sporting a smirk. A brat, a wild witch on the run, surviving and thriving, no dog can tame this one. A brat, a wild witch on the run, surviving and thriving, no dog can tame this one. I'll run from the killer and slam a pallet in his face, and if the killer wanna chase, well, let's start this race. I know they wanna tame me, but they'll never win. I'll always come out on top, no matter the end. And I'll loop them and I'll run them and I'll give them all hell. And if they down me, they down me, but I'll never fail. Cause I live for the fog and I live for the game, and I do it all with fire in my veins. A brat, a wild witch on the run, surviving and thriving, no dog can tame this one. A brat, a wild witch on the run, surviving and thriving, no dog can tame this one. Dead by daylight may be my main, but I am always up to switch out the game. As long as I have friends by my side, I will try out any ride. I don't like trying out new games alone. It is a curse I must atone. But if the cards are dealt and the hand is right, I will always have friends by my side. A community of chaos full of love and light. A wild witch on the run, surviving and thriving, no dog can tame this one. A brat, a wild witch on the run, surviving and thriving, no dog can tame this one. Yeah, don't mess with this brat who ain't afraid to curse. My words can be venom, but my magic is worse. I'm never alone with friends at my side, blessed with scary dog privilege in my ride or die. It's better be an ally rather than become an enemy. I may do no harm, but I take no shit. Once you cross me, prepare for karma to hit. A brat, a wild witch on the run, surviving and thriving, no dog can tame this one. A brat, a wild witch on the run, surviving and thriving, no dog can tame this one. Now that you know me, welcome to my realm. Be blessed with fun and happiness abound. But heed my warning, as it is a clear one. Don't mess with a bratty witch or you will be done. Done. Magic within her reach, she's ready to play, whether games or spells. The darkness will fade, allies by her side, or battling alone. The colors shine upon her throne, signaling the start of her witching hours. Ready to play with various powers, she steadies her breath and straightens her crown. Her walls go up and her mask comes down. Eyes so bright yet heart so cold to face. Oh, which one must be bold? Careful with your words and actions, for one must not fall for fatal attractions. One misstep will light her fire, and soon you may lie upon a pyre. 'Cause once crossed, you will learn this witch isn't afraid to let bridges burn. Let this melody give you light into a witch who's fought many fights. One wrong move, no matter how little, is an admission and submittal. To cut ties with this witch apart, for it will be your end, sweetheart. And the fire within will burn anew, and it will be the end for you. Eyes so bright yet heart so cold to face. Oh, which one must be bold? Careful with your words and actions, for one must not fall for fatal attractions. One misstep will light her fire, and soon you may lie upon a pyre. 'Cause once crossed, you will learn this witch isn't afraid to let bridges burn.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday so far and have had a amazing holiday weekend. Excuse me, apparently my webcam is a little off. And I am just now realizing how naked I feel when I don't have my choker on. It's weird. As you can see, some things are a little different. I have closed captions now on my stream. It does look like they are popping up on their own in the stream as well, which is wonderful. Otherwise, I do have them set to kind of show up over my picture as well. I think, though, that because they are actually visibly showing on the screen, I might just disable them showing up on my stream as a whole. But tonight is Dungeons and Dragons. Did this, like... Oh, that's what happened. Like, why does this look weird? That's why it looks weird. Hi, Pingy. How are you today, hun? How was your first day of work? Hopefully everything went well for you. It does... Wonder if that changes it up a little bit. Okay, so it still stays over my stream, it's just not in my stream, which is fine. Clear that out. I'll have to go through each one and switch it up. So let's see. I have it in there as well. I have it in my gaming. I have it in endgame chat. And the last thing would be just getting switched over to Discord views. So hold one moment. It was tiring, but you did it. You go back in tonight. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you got it all handled and you were successful. I should probably undeafen myself.
Zipping off into the night, but not before delivering the monologue that now sends player brains reeling. So, without further too much ado, we'll go ahead and let people... Oh, so, update on that one-shot, since you had me muted there, Pet. This particular one-shot, I feel like you'll be a great MC for. So the first one-shot that's going to be happening when we hit that 500 follower mark, there is one human that is allowed into a village full of elves, because that human's whole goal is to make an encyclopedia of all the monsters that live there, with the personality that every monster is a friend, it just doesn't know it yet.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
You made me a fucking character?
Ooh, kitty. Ooh, the first thing that they're going to have to... and now, mind you, it's a one-shot, so you're not going to be overpowered characters. They're going to have to figure out ways to get you away from things like Night Stalkers and Shift Panthers and, kitty, you know, a Tarrasque child. Knowing that mom is probably close by. These are things they're going to have to do. I felt it was the best NPC role to give you ever.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
Exactly. For you. But no, I'm excited. I've got a bunch of one-shots written down, and I also have made it through the storyboard at 13. You what, Hurts?
I said Anubis is watching you very intently. He's sitting in my arms just watching the screen.
I am very animated as a person. But that being said, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Pet, go ahead and go first.
My name is Pet. My character is by the name of Merker, who has a very low tolerance for idiocracy and stupidity, which seems to be what surrounds her these days. She is a fire genasi who dabbles in shadow magic sorcery.
Very well, very well. Dom, you want to go ahead and describe yourself and give a name to that little special thing you carry around?
Thank you for the resub, Red.
My character name is Glenn. I'm a Asimar demon. Fuck around game is being strong with this one.
You can...
Especially since I now have an imp.
Okay.
And I think we're just going to call him Gary.
An imp is obsessed with me for some ungodly reason. I have no idea why. I don't know if it's just because my flaming personality and hair reminds him of home, but...
Honey,
like,
you choked him. That's why.
I choked him and set him on fire.
Him.
Yeah.
You attempted, and then I yelled at him, and now he's...
You became his dommy mommy. In the most literal sense.
Have you been a good little imp today, Gary?
Speaking of good little imps, Warhawk, would you like to describe yourself? It is new setup with this new desk, and he still can't turn that camera on. My camera's more focused than yours, sir.
He had his camera on for a moment.
I know. He turned it off. He got gun shy. He's just like, I need to see
there.
America's Most Wanted look.
I still just find it funny though that he doesn't actually position his camera to get full view. It's literally okay. We're going to go here up, and then the other 75% of the camera space is going to be the room.
Wait, no, hang on. I'll get the Warhawk vision. Hang on. So, anyways,
you forgot the twiddling with the beard.
Hey, careful, old man. You get down there, you might not be able to get back up.
Yeah, these are that's why this got list is this, you know? It doesn't help. I'll slowly shrink throughout the episodes. But speaking of shrinking and growing on channel, there is one thing that we are super excited to talk about too. I may be opening the Fallout 4 universe in D20 here.
Ooh.
What?
So
seriously?
Yeah. I might be grabbing the Vault Twiller books and start doing it.
Someone got hurt.
I'm super excited. We're gonna put it on Throne, but for the interim, we're just gonna find the one shots and use the starter and see how it goes. But speaking of see how it goes, Kodesh, you want to describe yourself?
Are you testing your drink for drugs or something? Like tiny sip, tiny sip, tiny sip. Oh, okay, full sip.
2025 monster.
Jesus.
No, I was trying to not get ice in the mouth.
That's what they make lids for, sir.
What do they think you're gonna
give me a straw?
Lid.
It's okay.
Okay. My name is Kore. I am half of a person most of the time and most of a person half of the time. My character's name is Ivy. She is a Shadar Kai huntress and a cleric for the mask.
Who also does not give a flying nor a stationary fuck.
You're never gonna let me live that one down.
Nope. As well as
Did I miss something there?
As well as never letting down your semi truck.
You did that kind of.
Someone thought it was a glorious.
Over there.
Someone thought it was a glorious idea to try and battle me out over the fact that she pronounces it semi truck when it's supposed to be semi truck.
Semi truck.
It is not a semi truck.
Fuck with you like we do to stick,
Panda,
right?
what you missed was an instance where Pet and I were streaming together, and I yelled at my kids, "I don't give a flying nor stationary fuck. Get off me."
It has become my favorite
things you
line.
said to your husband for 500.
Oh, speaking of her husband and also Warhawk quickly, as many of you know, like I generally have this sugar daddy battle going on in my stream about whoever gives or spends the most biddies in my stream for the month. Warhawk is number one. Stick's not even listed. Mr. He shows up and goes, yeah, you know who your daddy is, ain't even showing on the board right now.
Shots fired. Speaking of shots fired, would you like to describe yourself, Butterfly?
You've been dethroned in Pet's stream.
Is no an option?
No, it's either you do it or he will do it. It's either you do it or he does it in a way that it's going to make you regret it.
This makes me curious now. Hi guys, I'm Butterfly or Obsidian, your choice. Don't really care. I play Autumn Elf named Marisa, who has been with this party for about a week. And hang on a second. Yes, come in, but give me a moment.
Who's in an off again, on again with our tiefling.
Soul bonded, not partners.
Yeah,
no.
soul bonded, not partners.
Oh, Red just took it.
Hey, your co-stream's not working.
My co-stream's not working.
Your chat's don't sync.
hang on.
That's
Let me
because we're
see.
not together.
Yeah, I have to keep her thingy up, otherwise for some reason it doesn't, like, actually... Oh, wait. Mute the tab, not the stream.
I love you too, little bug.
Aww.
There.
It's okay. I know what to say. You know what to say about the whole stream not working thing. There you go.
It's made of
Perfect.
bullshit.
You get this. Stream's not working. Anyways,
Panda and Pet.
stop. Speaking of everything,
No.
go ahead, Big Red.
No.
Describe yourself. We have 2 other players that are still missing, but it's okay. We'll get to them eventually. Maybe.
They don't matter.
One is completely MIA.
Yeah.
Don't be mocking Stick.
I'm not. Nobody cares.
No, not you, Red. He's like, it doesn't matter, and that's exactly what Stick said in my chat.
Oh, I didn't know that one. Anywho, I'm Big
Stream
Red.
is
I play
on
Moonlight
welfare, apparently.
An Asmar Angel, Drunken Monk Rogue.
Alrighty. As we left off, we had just had the face-off with Siege for the first time. I forgot to get his pages up. Give me 2 quick seconds.
How dare you
Well, I
forget to
couldn't
do
really
something?
do anything.
But while we have those few seconds, Butterfly, would you like to go ahead? You said there was things you wanted to do. Go ahead and have your moment where you step aside. Butterfly,
In the sky?
do you want to go ahead and step out and have your moment?
You might have had somebody come into her room.
She did, because there was knocking, and she's like, you can come in, but give me a minute.
Okay, hang on then. It's fine. I'll just grab my characters quick.
I'll be right back.
There it is, D&D Beyond.
Andy.
Mommy!
Artie, stop it, please. Stop. Why?
Kevin.
Mother, I crave violence.
No, Artie just craves a singular arm for him to lick.
Gross.
I am
God, I
concerned
wish I
and
was
intrigued.
joking.
So many jokes.
Rugs.
Artie has gotten into the habit of just grabbing an arm and licking it.
Okay. All right. Well, so we will step to the other half of the party that has since figured out, hey, there's portals in the villages, and started trekking backwards. That would be Pet, Dom, Zero, and Codice.
Stop! Get off me!
I'm not on you.
Not touching you.
Touching
Oh,
me.
he can't say that. He is currently biting my arm.
Yeah, it's rude to speak
You know
on
you
your mouth
fix
full,
that.
damn it.
I'm back.
A spoonful of
Sorry.
Vegemite. The next time they go to bite you, they'll never bite you again.
Get off me!
I always used hot sauce.
That'll do it.
That
Would you
won't
like to
work
go
in
ahead and
this
step
household.
aside and have your moment there, Butterfly, then?
Sure. Sure.
You remember what moment?
Yeah, no, I definitely remember what moment because it took me an entirety of a night sitting there going back and forth on the prayer she is making currently. But after everything, after conversation, Marista is going to step off into the woods. I just thought of a very bad problem. How do you pronounce this goddess's name? Is it
You don't
my
even know your own god's name. No wonder they abandoned you.
You hear in the back of your head, blasphemy.
My
Shame.
God, ma'am.
Shun the non-believer.
Shun, Charlie.
Shun.
Is
Shun.
it my leaky? Or is it me leaky? Like,
You're leaky
my leaky.
what?
I was right.
Forest juices.
No, I just love how I went my leaky what, and my brain had an immediate flashback to when I was breastfeeding. It's like, ow.
I'm sorry.
Hey, at least it's better than I can make cheese.
Oh.
I mean, I've had it a few times, so it's just like, it's full. I wonder how far I could chew.
See, this is why guys need to have that. Because we just look at each other and go, moo, and just shoot each other. Right? Every guy in here cannot tell me otherwise. Would exactly do that thing. It's like every
No,
girl
you-
do the
you
helicopter.
Yeah, you guys just do the fucking helicopter all the fucking time.
See? They know. They fucking know.
Well, yeah, because it's been a fucking debate. Like, what if you woke up in the opposite sex body and so many women are like, I want to figure out how to do the fucking helicopter. I want to experience what it's like peeing standing up.
Right, that's my main one. I want to
What?
experience peeing standing up in the middle
What is
of
it?
like Egypt.
I mean, nobody's stopping you other than the mop end of it you'd have to do afterwards, but
I mean, there's a
Yeah,
few
but we
things
can't
stopping me.
aim.
I don't want to have to register as a sex offender for these things.
We also can't aim ours, you ass.
all right. You want to go ahead and read your prayer now that you know how to say your God's name? I'd be offended if I was your God. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Oh, God.
So, well, that is okay. If my DM chooses to hold against me, I understand. Panda, I hope you know I hate you right now.
You're welcome. I can make it worse. Hang on. We can return to the app and make you just the center focus.
That's okay, you can. I'm not on video, so it doesn't affect me as much.
All right. Scene.
Okay,
luck with that.
Marisa has gone off on her own, away from everything that just happened. Left the king with... Fuck, I forget who was with me.
You left Warhawk with Warhawk.
You left Warhawk by himself. Brave.
Okay.
With himself and himself.
Yep. Warhawk and the Winter King.
With 9
also here.
birthday candles.
No, you
Okay.
don't have 9. You gave 2 of them to Dom, remember?
That's how we
Oh, yeah,
got
that's
to
right.
9.
So 7. 7 birthday candles.
Yep. You're same mental ages in real life, but let's go ahead and let her speak.
All right.
I search for a great tree before I start my prayer. I will go kneel underneath of the branches. Stage fright sucks.
Is that in fourth wall or out
Right.
fourth wall?
That is me, Obsidian, not Marisa. Just so you guys know.
Well, we ain't Obsidian right now. We Marista. And you get this done.
My leaky lady of the forest, keeper of autumn's breath, huntress beneath the stars. I do not come to you with polished words or history of devotion. I come to you as the leaves fall, lost and trembling. My home is in ash. My people are scattered like seeds in the wind. The friends I once walked beside now tread paths that twist away from mine. I see not the roots of all I know, even in the hearts of those I love. Tonight, my enemy asked me, who is the monster? The beast born too close to the village, or the hero who slays it for simply being? And I, child of the woods, hunter of the wild things, I had no answer. These foes I traveled beside, they call themselves heroes, but I see in them greed, careless bloodshed, lies shared like water, and blind eye turned to every fallen ally. The trees mean nothing to them, the cries of the beast go unheard. I know I've not served you faithfully, I've not knelt nor whispered your name in reverence. And I will not vow empty things I cannot promise. But if ever there was a time for me to listen, it is now. I ask not for power, only purpose. Let me be your arrow loosed through this tangled world. Let me be the voice in the wind that carries the voiceless. I stand at a place where my loyalty is split between kin and truth, between memory and the wild. If it be your will, guide me on this trail. Guide me to where life still dares to grow. And if I may, let me be your eyes in the dark, and your hand in the hush, your breath in the leaves. This is all I can offer. Not faith born of ritual, but devotion born of need. I am listening now, Lady of the Wild. Please guide me.
Your words echo into the trees before being absorbed amongst the leaves and the sticks. The wind carries your words far and wide through these woods. The haunting silence of what was once your city now just shutters on doors and windows slamming in the wind. You feel alone.
I'm sorry.
You feel as if your words were uttered into the void itself. And then you hear the flutter of wings. A crow lands in front of you. Roll nature.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That is a 19.
You understand this is not a mortal creature. This is something very ancient and very fey. As it looks up to you and its second set of eyes open. It places a locket at your feet. It looks up at you, cawing once, twice, thrice, 4 times,
Mom.
before taking flight, leaving it behind. Stare at the locket in front of your feet. Do you answer? Do you pick it up?
Yes, I pick it up.
Okay. Roll perception for me.
Hang on. That would be a 10. Better than I thought it was going to be.
Leaving me glasses.
As you look at the pendant on the outside, it has a withered rose on the front. It's very old and very worn, but as you trace your finger across it, it changes to a crying woman on the front. As you hear the latch click for the locket, it falls open, bearing one name. Your father's. Do you open the locket?
Can I roll knowledge religion to see if I know anything about something like this?
Sure.
Okay, 11. That is a 13. 14, sorry.
You have heard of a pendant much like this? It's not very well known to people that don't know true loss. But it is an ancient cryptic artifact that carries the weight of every name of souls you've lost. Great to you. And heavy though its burden, it records their last moments and will whisper them to you. But they come at a cost. The more names you add to this pendant, the heavier its burden becomes, and drawing you in to listen more and more as your heart fills with more and more weight of sorrow. Do you risk it, you think to yourself, to hear his last words, his last thoughts? I saw you lit up, but I didn't hear anything.
Yes.
You open
She's
it?
gonna go. Yes.
As you open it, the chain immediately begins coiling around your arm before settling on your neck and bringing itself back and raising it to your chest and binding itself. You now own the pendant of unkept promise. I will get you the stats for it later, but as it takes its place on your chest, you hear your father's voice. I couldn't save the world, but I did my best just to try and save you. No matter where you go, I am proud.
She reaches up and places her hand over the pit. Thank you. She will walk
hello,
back
Zero.
and rejoin her group.
Would you like to introduce yourself now?
I was gonna say Zero's been in here for a bit.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, sure. I can.
Okay.
I'm Zero. I play Mushu, and I'm sorry I'm late.
Please recap the entire last session.
Huh?
Please recap the entire last session as punishment.
We already did that. It's okay.
Without asking me for my notes.
Damn it. I played the fifth. Can I say that?
No.
Which
Okay, I'm not going to ask for her notes. I refer to Codice's notes.
I refer to Codice instead of asking.
Let me refer to the game's secretary, the minute taker.
Yeah,
Madam
essentially.
Secretary.
No,
It's all right. No.
Hi, spoiler.
Okay, it's all right. No, we
No,
are not
we're
all
not
done.
done.
Hang on.
We just started.
I cannot.
I'm about to do a
recap.
public shaming. Hang on.
Okay.
It's not you this time.
Why are you calling me?
This is going to be terrifying to wake up to.
Zerbs?
Yeah.
Me and Robin both have tried and failed.
He doesn't wake up when it comes to phone calls. He is a dead sleeper.
So someone needs to go over and dunk him in a bucket of ice cold water.
Honey, he lives in Tennessee. None of us live there.
Hey, I'll switch over. I'll tell Raz to go do it for us.
I mean, I have his address.
So, as you come walking back out of the forest, the rest of the party will meet you at the gate. And as the rest of the party sees Warhawk, or as the rest of the party walk with Marisa, they can ask her questions. So they walk up on Warhawk, staring down Warhawk.
How are you today, spoiler?
Warhawk, take it away.
So we're staring at each other, right?
Yes.
I'm going to slowly turn my head and hope to God he also slowly turns his head in the direction of the party.
Oh, he does. After the assassination attempt, he is mimicking you perfectly.
And I just go, hello, everyone.
I look at them both, just cock an eyebrow and go, oh, we can fix this quick, and just have both hands light up in flames. And go, who's ticklish? And start walking towards the both of them.
No,
Looks
don't
at
do
you,
that.
Looks at her, looks at you.
Please don't.
Goes to shove you and misses horribly and falls face first on the ground.
And I look back and forth between who I am now assuming is the king
Miss
and
Roxy.
Warhawk, and just go, well, I know which one's the king. Warhawk never really does well when he's going up against me. And then I look down at the ground. Maybe take a number from him next time and just start saying no.
He takes his arm and he goes, I meant to fall down.
Yes, you totally meant to fall down and sprawl across the ground like that one famous guy in an alternate universe movie where he's just like this on the back of a Jeep.
I look at him.
Jeff Goldblum. Like I said, alternate universe. Jurassic Park.
Anyways.
I look the king dead in my eyes and go, yes, you meant to fall down. I meant to drink a potion of storms.
Yes,
And
here we
just
are.
Dead stare, no blinking.
He looks dead at you as if trying not to laugh horribly. His mouth contorts into a twisted smile and he looks at you and goes, sounds shocking.
It was an electrifying experience.
Left a static feeling behind.
I give a
Give me
small
warm tinglies, please.
Do you still have the?
Were you well charged?
You still have the taste on the tip of your tongue like you do from licking a 9-volt battery?
That'd be quite a moment in itself.
Are we still looking at two
Warhawks?
Warhawks?
You are still looking at two Warhawks.
But at this
One
One
point
with a
we
stab
have
wound, one without.
But at this point we have pretty much deciphered which one's the king and which one's Warhawk. And at that point
Yes, the
I'm
one
just
that
like
is bleeding is very much Warhawk.
I just kind of give a small little giggle and flames shut the flames off my hands.
But yeah, we already did that.
And I used Dispel Magic.
I
Do
mean,
you
can.
really want to
No,
out
you
the king
don't.
right
You
now, you
don't
fucking
wanna do that.
dumbass?
He doesn't
We're
know what
still in
happened.
the middle of an. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what happened either.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I just know that we have 2 lookalikes, and I want to just Dispel Magic.
Okay,
No.
Which one?
Obvious, the one that isn't Warhawk. If Warhawk is bleeding out,
Which one is that? You gotta pick out which one it is.
He looks at you and goes, "Yeah, turn the king back. I need you to roll. I need you to roll insight."
oh fuck me.
Well, I mean, pretty sure one of them wants to.
Guys, stop, please.
Why
And this
is
is
it
what-
that I believe him?
I would
Because
hope
you're
so
stupid.
because he had a 27.
Oh yeah, I have a 5.
Oh yeah, you believe him that Raijin is the Winter King.
So we're looking. Okay. So I got one on the ground bleeding, and the other
No,
one
he's
telling
just
me
bleeding, like he has been recently stabbed.
Oh. And the one who isn't stabbed says yes, turn him back?
Yeah. So the one that's bleeding, he's telling you is the Winter King, and you believe him.
I'm just over here.
100%.
I'm just standing there rolling my eyes and like freaking rubbing my temples like this fucking moron.
I look at the one standing up. What's our secret?
Hold
The
on.
one not stabbed. What's our...
Hold on.
But you believe him. If you believe him, then you would just do it.
Alright,
Just
it
do
looks
it.
like we're gonna take a quick break. Something must be going on with the DM.
I don't remember the secret.
And see, this is where I'm just like, okay, this is completely stupid because in my mind, I would immediately think, oh, if the Winter King is disguised, there's obviously a good reason for it. Don't fucking change him back.
I
Hold
know
on
why
to
the
that
DM
thought,
stepped
then.
away.
Get...
Potentially.
It is Mushu, so it tracks for him.
Again, it's emphasis on the
hold on.
low threshold for idiocracy and stupidity.
Then hold on to that thought and bring it up just as I cast the spell.
I did.
It's a vocal. It's a vocal.
mo-
I haven't
the
casted
mo-
it yet.
I know, but the moment you said you wanted to, I brought it up. Quack. Quack. Hey, Warhawk,
E.
go into my chat and type duck.
On Twitch?
Yes.
Hang on.
Is the
beat
exclamation
him
point
to it.
duck?
Nope, just duck.
I am your mother. You listen to me. Stop all that mansplaining.
I love how I said type duck, Warhawk, and you typed fuck. Everyone's sounds are going off now, Jesus Christ.
And you know what's funny? I typed that without my glasses on.
Kudos.
You know, the tequila's probably not helping with the fact that I feel
I
nauseous.
typed in duck. It auto-corrected to fuck.
It also worked.
So that tells us
So
how many times you've corrected that.
It also works on the emote.
Oh god. Holy fuck! It's dark as hell outside right now.
I mean, that is night time. It's supposed to do that.
Yeah,
No,
sunset
like,
doesn't go
storm.
down until like 9:04 though.
9:30 for me. It's just storms, really. That's
That
my
was
issue.
the secret sound, by the way, Code Ice. There's 3 variations to it, all tied to the word duck or the emote. So you could say,
Sorry
as long
about
as the
that. I
sentence
heard
has
it
the
was a
word
very
duck in it,
angry
it goes
sounding
off.
man in my living room.
Who was the very angry sounding man?
Toddler?
Apparently, some show my wife was watching.
Oh,
I don't know. It was some Victorian piece thing on Netflix.
Oh dear.
I don't
And
know.
you did not think it was the TV.
Bridgerton.
I don't normally have my ears in when I'm home. Oh, we're just rhyming in my chat. Duck goose. There we go. Anyways,
No.
No.
there's a Pete's chat going duck goose. I see how
No.
it is.
Panda, I sent you a message.
Panda,
Oh.
do you have my stream open at all?
I do. Yes. Why did it
Do you
disconnect me again?
No. Do you have it muted?
God damn it! Yes, it did. There we go.
Do
All
you
right.
have it muted?
I do.
Unmute it.
Hang on, then I have to mute everybody else. Otherwise, we'll
La,
just
la,
get
la,
massive
la.
feedback. Hang on. Oh shit! Hang on. Oh dear God. Oh, that would get obnoxious real fast.
It also works. It also works with my duck cult emote.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So it's the party. Sees Warhawk v Warhawk. You cast Dispel on Warhawk.
So the one that was standing, not bleeding.
Yeah.
I obviously believe because of the roll.
The one that
And
is
then I
on the
look
ground,
at it-
not bleeding. Yes. You believe that he is not the Winter King, the one on the ground. The one bleeding is the
It's
Winter King.
supposed to be the yes. So I'm going to start the spell. I'm going to look at the one who says that I believe is not that I believe is Raijin. Like, so what's our secret? As I start the spell.
Okay. He looks at you. He looks at Warhawk. He looks at you. I thought we weren't going to talk about the night we took our pants off.
As I finish the spell, fuck comes out of my mouth. I cast. Now I'm assuming that the one on the ground is the one I'm casting to. I cast Dispel Magic on that one.
As the illusion fades away, it's the Winter King laughing his ass off. He looks up at Warhawk and goes, "You guys really took your pants off, didn't you? We."
I look at him and go, is it weird that they took their pants off, or is it weird that that's immediately what your mind went to?
No, it's weird he didn't
Here.
defend himself.
I kind of just walk up to the king and I lean down.
He
I'm
leans
like,
in. He leans into Kodice and goes, "He's clearly the bottom."
I lean down to the king. And I'm like, you should ask
know.
you should ask Mushu about the ogre
The ogre.
the ogre with the giant dick piercing.
I'm good, thank you.
Wait a minute, hold on. I think that was in the last campaign.
Yeah,
not
you're
the-
It was in
mixing
the last
campaigns.
That was.
I know,
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that-
last campaign.
I
So-
know, but it gave him ammo.
God damn it.
Okay, it's this one. Okay.
Stop fingering the hole, damn it.
Allow me to take the fourth wall.
He's fucking the fourth wall. What is this, Deadpool?
Anyways,
Wait, I thought that was the second wall.
the king looks at you. The village looks deserted. Did you guys have to abandon it for some reason?
I look at him, fling my arm over his shoulders, and I go, I think it's time we told you about this funny little incident with the name of Derpy.
He looks at you and goes,
We
"Is that
left
going
my
to explain
people
why
here.
several of these trees are singed and there's blood everywhere?"
Yep.
Yes, it explains that.
Oh.
It doesn't explain why the walls were grown the way they were. My people would never do that.
You're right. We would never do this here. Or in the Winter Kingdom. But I know who knows these spells. It's the Spring Elves. For rapidly growing. To bring harvest items to the Winter Kingdom so they don't starve. That's the only lineage that knows how to force trees to grow without harming them this quickly. He places his hand on one of the walls where a gnarled tree has been raised. So much pain here.
This wasn't done by them. They're hurt.
This is not winter elf magic. This is not autumn elf magic. Ominous thunder in the background. Sorry, storm's starting for me.
I heard.
I picked it up.
I heard.
I did.
See, that's a clippable moment. Ominous thunder in the background. God? I knew you hated me.
Taking Dean to a new level.
I control the weather now.
Hurry, he must be annihilated. He's
thunder.
too powerful.
Anyways, he looks at you and he goes, "So what is a derpy?"
And I go, Derpy originally started off
Is an idiot.
as a harmless little one. Slightly indestructible for some reason, but relatively harmless.
Debatable.
Andy, what do you want?
He set
that
me on
thing.
fire when I was trying to help him.
As I said,
outside
name
game.
is
You want
fitting.
you want an example of Derpy? Look at her middle child.
Fair enough. Anyway,
The same thing.
go on. He set you on fire for trying to help him.
He also stole an old party member's cock piece to make soup.
Yes. No,
By
not
making
yet, buddy.
he was going to eat cod piece.
And that
Yeah.
that creature that should struggle to breathe did all this.
He got
Yes.
smarter.
Think
He
someone
got-
with a level of stupidity as an ant, yet somehow the ability of chaos like a god.
Every time we almost killed him, he got smarter.
Yes.
And bigger.
And then he got angry.
And then he
And
tried
we
to
all
kill us
got
up with
angry.
bombs.
He also tried taking down the tree.
You don't have to take a bath.
He looks and he
Go
goes,
away.
"You mean the tree that's down, burned?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
it ended up being
Yes.
taken down and burned for a completely entirely different reason, but he definitely
Stop.
tried.
Spirit of the forest is gone then.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
King begins quickly moving towards one of the buildings in the center, the main gate castle. He puts his hand to his chest, and you watch him grow from the size he normally is to 4 times that size as he kicks through a reinforced gate before allowing himself to shrink back down.
Go get dressed. Okay.
I'll take them back.
You better hurry and come quickly. I'm not liable to protect you if the trap's set off behind me.
That one's Joey's. You can have it back. You're not gonna steal his blanket every time.
I'm heading for the armory.
I'm right
I
behind him.
scooped up and as a joke, and I say, if I go down, you're going down with me, and grab hold of his leg and monkey climb it like a child.
He
And
shrank
just-
back down.
Oh,
he went large just to kick this door in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because if you were going to
So
continue
basically-
that sentence, had he been giant,
He just
I would have
grabbed his
turned.
leg like, all right, carry me. Like a child leg weight.
That's precisely what I was going for.
As I was trying to say, if he did stay giant and you did go through with that motion, I would have turned around and go, I'm more surprised he just didn't demand uppies.
Night time.
He gets to
Night.
he gets to the outer walls of the castle. Ones you've walked many times, Butterfly. But he stops. Not by the door, but about 6 feet away. He takes out a knife and drags it across his hand. And draws a circle and places a bloody palm print in the center.
There goes circle, dot, dot.
By the blood of the ancient rulers that flows within me. By the ancient draconic bloodline of the Winter King. I call forth and summon the alabasters. The rune he draws above it begins to grow a brilliant white as the wall splits. A smooth, round white stone emerges from the top of the tower and begins casting light directly up, shining so brightly it can be seen clearly even in the daytime.
The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid.
This should bring the Dragon Riders here. We might need their assistance.
We already met one of those.
Oh, and you're alive? I'm kidding. I was with you. But this is a very specific Dragon Rider. He's my son. Focus, camera.
No.
Hang on. Girl, if you don't focus, we're gonna have issues.
Spank me, Daddy, I dare
I
you.
need you to look at me. I need you to look at me. Focus. There you go. Focus. Stop looking down. Focus. Good girl. I see you. All right.
Okay, the timing of that. Okay, so no, you gotta understand something. Frosty just went off in my chat, and it said the word that triggered the noise again. So you said the last line of like focus, and it quacked, and then you just said good girl.
I'm coming.
Oh yes. Focus. Good girl. That's the way. We like it.
Oh dear God.
Honking the whole way. Anyways. As it hits the upper limits of the clouds, it dissipates them, spreading them in all directions. We'll know soon if he's close. Otherwise, it may take him a few days to get here. But he puts his hand out and casts Dispel Lock. As the door clicks and falls open and inward, there are arrows, short swords, shields, and elven martial weapons. If you need something, take it. Seems like they left it all behind in a hurry. Didn't even open this door. Nothing has moved. he says as he walks down the center past all the equipment, heading towards a back door.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
I go into the armory.
Okay.
Same. Actually, no, I got a good enough bow. I don't need anything. Actually, no. I want to see arrows.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I want to look in there real quick. For any maces.
Okay. Roll perception. If you want
No,
to.
no, 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 no. Blind rolls.
It's okay.
Okay,
We'll take
I'll
the
wait
one
my
that pays
turn.
attention the least at the top. Pet, you want to go ahead and roll?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay. What'd you get?
15.
Okay. You're looking for a mace?
Yeah.
Okay. As you look through, you see various battle maces. And the only one that really catches your eye is one that's kind of rusty. It doesn't look like the rest of them. The rest of them look well taken care of, maintained. Typical of a military weapon. Except for one. It has patches of rust everywhere on it.
Do I?
Do you what?
Do I feel anything coming off of it? Like any ill intent?
How would you like to find out?
I want to use Arcana.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check for me.
That's a 10.
Come on. Come back.
That's a
Come back
10.
here. There we go. Yeah, 2 fingers get you to focus, doesn't it?
And then another
Same.
focus right away.
Perfect 10.
Rolled 10.
You sense no arcane coming from that base, but you do sense arcane coming from the tile directly under your feet.
I'm gonna investigate the tile then.
Okay. How would you like to do so? Do you break it? Do you pry it up? These are, mind you, 1 foot by 1 foot stone tile.
Okay. I want to check for traps. Like, is it a trap or?
No. If it was a trap, it would have set off. As far as you're aware.
I'm gonna slowly lift the tile up.
Okay.
Kaboom.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, okay. 18.
As you go to pull the tile that is grouted into the floor up, you manage to snap it in half and smack yourself in the face. There is a coin in the rock underneath it.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna pick up the coin.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Anything? Nothing happens?
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna take the mace too.
Okay.
And then
the mace.
I'm gonna pick it up by the handle.
Okay. As you pick up the handle, it breaks off. This mace was not very well cared for. You are now holding a mace handle.
And your camera
Oh.
is not holding focus.
Half of one.
I'm gonna set the mace, the handle on the ground. Just leave with the coin.
There it goes.
Can you focus? Thank you. Thank you.
Squirrels.
I did clip it, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, yeah,
Focus.
I sent it in your chat.
Awesome. But yes, you are now holding half a mace handle. Red, you were looking for something as well? What was your perception check?
27.
27? What were you looking for?
Something better than the glaives I got.
Okay. As you look around, there's various different items. There's hand wraps, things you would use for protection. And then you see the weirdest pair of fingerless gloves you have ever seen. In an armory. They look like they belong to a ball gown dress.
Oof.
But they are missing the fingertips. It catches your eye. You don't know why. But the powder blue fingertips, or fingerless gloves, that look like they belong to a ball gown, have caught your attention. Because they do not belong here. At all.
Fabulous. I'll pick them up.
You pick them up? Okay.
Yes.
Would you like to inspect them? If so, how?
Yes. Arcana check,
Okay.
which is probably not that good for me. Arcana. Okay, +3.
Just because you have a +3 doesn't mean it's going to be a good roll.
I rolled an 18, so it's 21.
Oh, okay. These are the gloves of Femme Fatale. They give you a +2 to your persuasion checks.
You mean the one that's already extremely high?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really.
That's about all. Other than they give you a +1 to your AC.
Dan,
Plus
Yes.
50%.
I sent you a message on the Book of Faces.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I gotta find the other. Hello?
So-
Faces? Yeah,
Plus
you?
1 armor and +2 to persuasion.
Do you have proficiency in said weapon?
Technically, said weapon isn't a classified weapon within the universe.
It is a martial weapon.
Martial weapon?
Yes.
Oh,
Let
not
me
me.
check.
I'm sorry, you were saying, Red?
So it's +1 armor and +2 to proficiency
Persuasion.
or persuasion.
Yes. +2 to persuasion, +1 to AC.
I guess I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, you can always take a feat that'll give it to you later. Otherwise, you'd take a negative roll consequence for trying to use a weapon you don't know.
Oh, but it would be so badass.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a badass. All asses are great, but unfortunately, it doesn't help you in combat. Anyways, speaking of the next roll, Dom, did you want to find something? Or try and find something?
Depends what's around.
Weapons. Lots of them. Armors. You got to give me the perception check to see exactly what you're looking for. If anything catches your eye.
I think it's one of those ones where he doesn't know what he's looking for. He wants you to tell him what there's available.
I know, but I need a perception check to see
I
what
rolled
you'd
a
be able to see.
24
24 for perception?
for perception.
Okay. As you scan across the room, you see various weapons and armors. Nothing that really catches your eyes too greatly. Until you get to a wall. And you notice a very familiar looking mask. It's plain, slate black, just eye holes. It is the only thing that looks like this at all amongst the helmets.
Okay. I pick it up.
It's the Mask of Zorro.
Actually, I was thinking Slate from Teen Titans.
Okay, how would you like to inspect this thing?
Roll
I can
Arcana.
tell you what you see when you pick it up, other than the black mask. When you look on the inside, all it says: pass without trace, cause chaos in my name.
That's mine.
I got dirty 20 on Arcana.
You understand this thing is imbued with illusion. Once per day, you can
Oh, that's
cast
kind of cool.
disguise.
I'm sorry.
and I must rephrase this, once per 24-hour period. You can't cast it at 11:58 and 12:01.
You said I cast Disguise?
Disguise once per 24 hours, yes. As a free action.
Or more like it has a 24-hour cooldown.
Yeah.
So it's like once every 48 hours.
Once every 24.
What was
you use it 24 hours later, you can use it again.
The helmet of
Codice, you were looking for arrows, weren't you?
Arrows and armor.
Okay.
I was muted talking to my stream, so you did not hear me. I had gone into looking for a short sword.
Okay. So, Codice, you were trying to find arrows. As you look, you see your various arrays. You see some very colorful feather ones. You see one that's about 4 foot tall.
Not an arrow.
Very much an arrow. He looks at you, he goes, "That's an abomination arrow. It's fired off a very, very large bow. This is one of 5 left that were created that once slayed a Tarask." He takes his hand and points out, see where the haft is darker or the shaft is darker right near the arrowhead? That's blood from the last one it killed. It's been passed between the different seasons every 10 years since it happened 2,000 years ago when we killed the first one that was in the forest of death that gave it its name.
I look at him and I go, we're probably going to need this.
He looks at you and he goes, "I think you're a little small to fire it."
What do you want, Joey?
He points to what you thought.
TVF.
You thought was a rafter. Until you notice that there is a loose bowstring touching the floor. That is as big around as your arm. The last time we had a mountain giant shoot it.
I look at him and go, I'm only like a couple inches too short, okay? Let's not make this into a thing.
He looks at Warhawk. Is that what you said? Is that how you ended up on bottom? See, he's not even paying attention. I could tell him magical things. Or he's muted and doesn't understand he's muted.
God damn it, I was muted. I was talking the entire time.
You motherfuckers. You want to repeat what you said? I don't know.
No, because I fucking forgot now.
It's okay.
The train left the station. I was on the platform still.
But yeah, unfortunately, most of them just normal arrows other than that one arrow. And a few that have very bright purple feathers.
Do the bright purple feather ones mean anything in specifically? Other than they have really pretty colors, it's a pretty plumage.
I don't know. How would you like to guess? How would you like to think about it and find out?
If I show you my plumage, will you give her the information?
Say again?
If I show you my plumage, will you give her the information?
Think he's already seen your
out of your
plumage.
ass?
Yes.
That is investigation. So that's 15 plus 2. 17.
Okay. As you look at it, These are made with incredible care and craftsmanship. They are in a very unique quiver, one that's different than the rest. You see silver inlay around the top, a much darker leather. But as you pull one of the arrows out to inspect it, the arrow refills itself. You look at it, and you were sure there was 30 in this before. But you're holding one. But there's still 30. But you're holding one.
But there's still 30.
And you're holding one.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still 30.
Mm-hmm. But you're holding one. You know, fourth wall break. I had one of the funniest fucking videos I've ever seen in my life. And I sent it to people that only know me through the internet. And it said, there's no way of you physically proving, because you haven't seen me face to face, that I am not a figment of your imagination. So, of course, I had to send it to a lot of my friends with psych problems.
We're terrible.
Seems like something you would do.
I am. But they laughed.
That is fucking horrible.
Also,
Have you
speaking
heard
of
from
fucking
them
horrible,
since?
watch the facial expression of dread. Guess who I found today? Hughes. Yeah.
Like, found him, like, physically found him or internetly found him?
I physically found him today.
He's near you?
No. He was in the news.
Why?
So was my brother.
I'll send it to you later. It was like one of those quick internet blurb reports. And if you look in the background, in Denver, Colorado, he was walking with his big, crazy, missing hair long in the top, you know, looking like a bad Krusty the Clown with red hair. Yeah, he's just walking in the background. Same derpy expression he's had our entire time we've known him.
Yeah, you have to send me that because I'm going to send it to him. Say, what the fuck, dude?
If you can get a hold of him, it's magical, but yeah.
I stay in contact with him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If it wasn't him, it's just like ungodly uncanny, but I also remember his dad was kind of out there, and yeah.
Like father,
Anyway.
like son.
What's up? By the way, what?
I said like father, like son.
Oh, yeah. Dude was weird. Anyways. What would you like to do about holding that quiver, Codice?
Well, there's
I
still
look at
30.
it and I go, I wonder what will happen if I put it back, and I put the arrow back inside the quiver.
It goes into the quiver, and it seems like the bag shutters, and the arrows realign. There's 30 arrows.
And see, the chaotic part of me would just turn around and dump out the whole quiver.
I take that. I take the quiver with the arrows and go, this is mine now. And then I also want to look for light armor.
Okay.
You can make so much money off those arrows.
If only she knew what it was.
No.
No, I mean, she could take all the arrows out, stick them and sell them. It'll refill, so she can take 30 more out, resell them.
I'm not able to eat because of how nauseous I am. As a matter of fact, I need you to
Are you
finish
sure about
this
that?
drink. Okay, thank you.
So,
Okay.
with your check looking for light armor, you do indeed find a set of white armor. It's leather.
Poor polar bear.
Fuck you, people.
Polar bear.
You wish.
Keep causing
All right,
problems, sir.
Butterfly, what was your role?
You said white leather?
Yes, it's just a white leather armor. You said
Also,
you were
you
looking for
can't
light
say
armor.
poor polar bear, by the way, because a polar bear's skin is
Okay,
black.
I'll take it.
Okay. It's just white leather white leather armor. Nothing special about it other than it's white leather. Butterfly, I need your numbers.
You're muted.
8675309.
Is she there?
Thank you for pointing out I was muted. Yes, I am here. And fuck you guys.
You're the one that keeps
Hey,
doing
I
it.
told you to beg for it once. I'm not doing it again.
I had $1 every time I heard that. I'd be able to afford the phone. All right. What was your number and what you want to investigate for?
I'm looking for a short sword. I rolled a 20. I cannot tell you what I'm adding to that 20 because while I was muted, it logged me out of Dungeon Master Vault. And now I'm having to try to log back in, and it never wants to log in for me.
Have you tried talking nicely to it?
I tried turning it off and turning it back on again.
If she talks to that Dungeon Master Vault like she talks to the rest of us,
Have you tried using two
back in.
fingers?
He must have angered the machine spirit.
So, you see several steel short swords. Enough that would line most armories. You see steel ones with brass pommels. Then you see one solid black blade wrapped with an iron handle with a rose on the top. You recognize the sword. It was a ceremonial short sword, worn by the captain of the guard for placing a new autumn noble. It was used for knighting.
I need a moment to decide whether she would feel.
Take your time. Zero, did you want? You get back to me. Zero,
You mean
you want to
no?
add something?
Yes. New daggers.
What do you mean, no? Spoiler.
Let me look.
Oh yeah.
There are several iron and steel daggers. You see some that are more ornate than others. One catches your eye. It's got a spiked pommel, almost like knuckle busters on the handle. It looks like it's been worn down by salt water. And though pitted, it's still sharp and taken care of.
I'm definitely picking it up.
Okay.
Do I feel anything coming off of it?
Sure you do. Make a wisdom save.
Oh no.
It doesn't matter. What did I just walk into?
What'd you roll?
Fuck my life. What did I just walk into?
What'd you roll?
A one.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh.
Okay. You have an irresistible urge to start playing. The knife goes chop, chop, chop. You place your hand flat on the chunk in front of you. I'm about to roll perception to see if you manage to hit your fingers or not. You got fucking lucky. Your first
Oh, I did it.
Your first pass, you start slamming the knife down between your fingertips. First pass, nothing.
And the knife goes chop,
You go
chop,
a little
chop.
faster.
Hey, Mushu, what you doing, buddy?
The second pass, you go even faster and miss your fingers. The third pass, you stick it right through the center of your hand.
Oh.
Immediately snapping you out of this knife spell.
Shit, fuck.
You are now cognizantly aware that your hand is now held to this trunk by this knife. But as it sits in, it doesn't hurt. And the longer it's in there, the more and more you want to fight everyone in this room. Like it's creeping into your psyche that everything is against you.
Feeling that coming through the way, I'm going over and trying to figure out what's going on.
As you look, you see him standing there, aware of what's going on, with a knife through his hand, pinned to the chest in front of him. Roll.
You said roll what?
History.
She needs to roll history.
I don't know shit. I rolled a 4. I don't know what I can add to it, but not likely more than a 3.
Okay. We'll just give you the benefit of doubt of a 7. You remember this was a confiscated artifact. That's about all you remember of it.
Okay, I'm going to look for something that I can use to prop it out of his hand and toss it to the side if I can.
Okay. There are various things you could grab around here. The one I wouldn't recommend is a hammer.
Yes, that's what I'm grabbing and pulling it out of his hand. I rolled an 18, so I'm the best.
You find various cloths and things that you could wrap around the handle to pull it out.
To be fair, what type of hammer? Are we talking like our type of hammer that has the little nail fork at the back? Because that could technically work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Most of them are flat with no pry bar on them.
Okay, so more like a mallet.
Yeah.
Oh, then no, I'm not going for said hammer. I was thinking like the pry bar kind.
Yeah.
Panda, can I just grab it and pull it out?
Sure.
I'm gonna grab it and pull it out.
Okay. As you grab it again and pull it out,
you go
make a wisdom save.
The fucking game.
Christ.
Wisdom save. Wisdom save.
Someone make an Arcana check. It'll be magical.
That is an 18, sir.
Okay. You managed to drop the knife before the intrusive thoughts make you stab yourself again.
24 on Arcana.
God damn it.
It is a knife of self-immolation. It is exactly what it's meant for. It's an assassination tool that lets all dark thoughts start to consume somebody. Unable to make the will save, they eventually will take their own life.
I'm grabbing cloth, wrapping it up, and sticking it in my bag.
Can I use the power of suggestion to make him grab the knife again?
Can I just take my own dagger
The
and
spell is
slit his
command, and you
fucking
have
throat because he's being stupid? Thinking that he needs to take that damn weapon.
Who knows?
I relay the information, especially looking at Maurice Day and kind of like a look of get that fucker away from it.
Unless you want him dead, and in which case, let him have it.
I will. I'm gonna wrap it in cloth and stick it in my bag.
Okay.
I'm just sitting in the corner.
Did you decide if you want to take the sword or not?
No, if he wants to be a dumbass, he can be a dumbass.
Okay.
And this is where
Did
I
you
look
want to
at
take the
her.
sword?
This is where I look at her and go,
Oh,
this is why
I
we
do.
just leave him alone or try and hurt him ourselves.
I am taking the sword.
No, I will sit how I want to sit. Thank you.
Did you relay that information to the group?
Yes, I relayed the information out loud and pointedly towards Obsidian to get you the fuck away from it before you had a moment to try and grab it with a cloth and pocket it.
Not pocket, stick it in my backpack.
It's still fucking pocketing, you stupid imbecile.
Hey, this is going to make a great gift to somebody. We just don't know who yet.
Okay.
Only greater gift at this point would be your demise.
So you want me to touch it again?
Go ahead.
I want you to stop being stupid. Like, you're literally fucking taking the crown from Warhawk from the frickin' 13 trials at this point.
Hey, that was on purpose. Okay.
Yeah, and he's making you look like it was child's play.
Oh yeah, I'm proud of him of that.
That was a dagger of what again, Panda?
Self-immolation.
Death.
Stupidity.
As you all grab your different various items from the armory.
Oh my god.
What?
You said self-mutilation. First, my brain went, "It's the blade of Kurt Cobain," and then my brain corrected itself and said, "Look, it's the blade of the whole emo population."
Fair enough.
Anyhow,
speaking of
Can I
team
borrow that
partners,
blade?
say again.
I asked if I could borrow that blade. I have somebody who could really benefit from it.
Oh dear God.
Ma'am, it's okay to reach out. It's okay. Anyways,
I'm over here just hoping she's not talking about herself.
I'm not.
Anyways,
and then I'm just thinking back to the TikTok of saying, "Date emo girls. They have their own grippies."
Anyways,
they do.
You hear
Sorry.
a loud thud as a crockboard from a barred door gets tossed to the side, and the door opens into the main courtyard. When you've got what you need, meet me in the main court. I have something I need to grab. And then we need to figure out the plan of where we're all headed. He says as
Real
he continues walking off.
I followed behind him.
I want to roll. Would it be investigation or insight to see or history for the quiver and arrows that I just got?
Oh, the magical ones?
Well, you rolled investigation and you figured out that you can get extra arrows out of this thing. That's about all you know so far.
I look at Butterfly and I go, "Do you know what this is?"
If she rolls high enough.
No.
Oh, those are quivers in there.
And the right. Let's see how she does in history class today, kids.
Well, 13.
Okay. It's
well,
okay.
considering
you need a dice jail, but it's okay. You know.
Take them.
Well, considering the supposed additional 3 that she might have on history, it would be a 16.
Give her the 16. You said, "Hey, DM."
Yep.
Okay. You know the history on this. It's a self-refilling quiver. There's a caveat to it, though. There's a reason this one sits in the armory. It only refills itself once per day. But if you draw all 30, it takes from your life to refill it. Every single arrow. All the way back up.
Takes your life, as in like the whole life, or like each arrow is a year off?
Each arrow is 1 HP.
Oh, okay.
So
every time you fire from that you'll have unlimited arrows, as long as you got the life for it.
So it's only if I draw all
more than 30.
If you draw more than 30 in a day, yes.
Got it.
Honestly,
so after
that's
30,
not
it
bad.
starts to hurt.
Honestly, that's not bad. Considering in my position, I have a current HP of 103.
Mm-hmm.
You take 30 off just to replenish it if you use all 30 in one battle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you rest. You have it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 30 if you need 60 arrows.
That's half of my HP, though. There's the difference between you and I, Pet.
Fair. I guess
it's a little bit more dangerous when you're an archer.
I guess in my position, I was just like, okay, that's not that bad. But yeah, I
You're
see.
like, that barely hurts. We could lop off a whole arm and I'll be okay. My friends will call me Stumpy.
He was like, I'm allergic to tap water.
And you yell at us for our 80s.
Anyways.
Hello, Tyrell.
So you said you follow the Winter King.
Yes.
I look for him.
Say again?
I look for the bar. Alcohol bar.
They have a very different word here for that.
Tavern.
You're in a classy bitch neighborhood, remember? But also, you need to be aware of something. Roll history on what you know about elven wine.
18 plus 3, so that's 21.
Okay. You know that elven wine is some of the strongest alcohol on the planet because of their incredibly long lifespans. 1 glass of elven wine is equivalent to 20 glasses of normal wine.
I want some elven wine.
The only thing that is stronger, alcohol-wise, canonically, that you know in the universe is Fey wine.
I want some Fey wine.
I bet Panda wishes he had some Fey weed.
Yes, please.
You don't want to play that game. There are things in the Feywild you don't want to trip on.
To be fair, when I had to describe one of your actions the other day, I had to say, hold my weed. And when someone questioned me about it, I'm like, he doesn't drink, so I can't say hold my beer.
I mean, you could always say, hold my beard, and here we go.
There's not much there.
I know, I shaved off like 5 inches of it. Look, I got a jawline again. I've lost that much weight. Yeah. I am proud of myself. I went down from almost 300 pounds to 217.
Nice.
I dropped a whole person.
Well,
Same.
you did that
3
twice
times.
already.
Yeah.
It's just it was smaller when you dropped it compared to when she dropped it.
These are facts. These are facts. But as you walk through with the Winter King into the main court, you see him walk up to the throne. It's been smashed. In fact, most of the royal court chairs have been smashed and thrown against the wall as if the people inside were revolting against what was happening. On the back wall in Elvish, as you step in, Maurice Day, you read, "Spill the blood of the traitors of the other seasons. War's been declared." The Winter King sits on the ground and stares at the message written in blood. His face goes pale. This is true. The Great War started again. And there's nothing I can do. Can't get
You can't give up.
He goes, you don't understand. If the war was actually fully declared, there is no way to use the portals to step to the other seasons. They would have been the first thing that were set to be destroyed to prevent invasion.
I look at him and go, what about the one to get to the city?
Just the elven villages ones. The other ones would have been left for escape routes.
I look at everyone and I go, I think I know what's going on here.
Forcing people
This
into the
is
city.
first. No. Think about it. How much easier would it be? How much more convenient would it be for the
Game
sacrifice if all of the players are willing to play the game?
That's your ass.
What do you mean?
He's wanting to recreate the Great War. Yes? That's what he's been advertising?
Mm-hmm.
A reenactment?
Yep.
All as the guys.
Now he doesn't.
The Winter King looks at you. What a reenactment.
The game master within the city has decided to upgrade himself from just having monsters pitted against each other to reenact the Great War as a guise to bring something much more hellish upon everyone.
They're bringing
Was
back the
hellish.
Tarask.
The war was hellish. I was as young as you are now, Mariste. 1,200 years ago when I was enlisted. The war was awful. Lineage against lineage, elf against elf. So much blood was spilled. You know of the section of woods that none of us go to. The final battlefield. The only place where monsters dare not even tread. Where the forest was bathed in blood. A circle where nothing dare grow. And no one dare pass. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go through there to get to the Winter Kingdom. This is my task. I don't expect you to follow me. In fact, I encourage you not to. He reaches and shoves the remainder of the stone thrown over and pulls open a hatch underneath it, pulling out a cloak and a black mask. He looks at you and he goes, "Look, twinsies." And he puts the mask on, going from the elven Winter King that you'd seen before to looking like a common old beggar as he throws the tattered robes over himself.
King, do
Don't follow
remember,
Mariste. You won't survive where I'm going. But save your people, so I have to save mine. You're the only one that seems to be here that's left free. And he looks at your armor and he goes, "Captain of the guard. Seems like it should fall to you."
Safe
Good luck.
travels, Your Majesty.
"Earn that noble sword. Otherwise, I might be offended you took it," he says as he strolls out the side door.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I
I yell over my shoulder, "Good luck, old fart."
He says with a laugh as he walks off. Good luck, Swiss cheese. I have a dog playing with a child's gate, pushing it back and forth. Did I lock the door? Well, fair enough. Sorry.
How did I know it was Will?
So, you were left in an abandoned village in the forest.
What time is it?
Why, it's 9:22 Central, my sir. But if you mean game...
No, in-game. In-game.
It's probably about 10:30 in the morning.
I look at everyone and I go, I'm going to go take once more over in the armory. But it's looking, and I look at Marista and I go, and it's looking like we're all going to have to go to the city if you want to save your people.
Not it.
Like more likely than not, he is staging that to be in the city.
Wait, I think I got a solution. I open my pack open and I pull out one of my birthday candles.
Oh God.
I
look at him and I go,
No, everyone go silent. Everyone go silent.
I can wish them to be safely teleported.
Go on, party. How would you like to handle this?
Safely on level ground in the surrounding area.
who is they? You need to define surrounding area. You need to define who they is. Because if you just say they, there's a good chance that they could also mean anybody else inside of the city limit that he deems worthy of they being.
Not to mention safely on solid ground. Because I mean, okay, are you talking about the ground beside us? Are you talking about the ground at the bottom of the ocean? Are you talking about the ground at the bottom of the lake? Are you talking about the ground that is only 5 feet wide inside the mouth of a volcano? Like,
I look at him and I go, if you're going to wish for something specific, you should wish that everyone who had resided inside of the cities of the elvish cities that had been taken.
Or I can wish that all the elves, all of the inhabitants of the city was safely returned back to their homes.
Safely.
You mean the destroyed homes? You could just accidentally safely return them back into an I-beam through their stomach.
And it could also just mean all that happens throughout history was brought back to the city too.
Which means there's going to be a whole lot of dust and bones.
Oh God!
Do you know how traumatizing it would be if the only survivor was a little kid and she just gets magically teleported back to her home, and then all of a sudden all of her dead relatives just pile on top of her?
Cuddle party.
Did you just fucking say cuddle party?
What's your wish?
God.
If you're brave enough to light it.
And if you do, also keep in mind that you could be wishing a whole bunch of, not mimics, the other version of the mimic.
Body snatchers.
Doppelers.
If I see a flame in his hand and a candle in the other, I'm out the room.
I'm already headed toward the armory. I say, fuck this. And I start.
now. Because I need.
Depending on what he says, it won't
I
matter.
really do need to think about this, so I'm putting it back for now.
See.
Because Bette and I are just like, who's they? What ground? Where? What's the parameters?
They literally
you
had
you guys
whole
ruined the
ass
fun.
episode in Supernatural about dealing with genie and wishes.
Exactly. Because they went great.
So what's your wish, sir?
Yeah, I said I put the candle back.
Let's light this candle.
You want to do it?
If I'm gonna make a wish, it's gonna be I want to have it just perfect. So I'm gonna try to figure this out.
So,
trial
here's
and
a
error.
fun fact. No. Here's a fun fact. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh no.
You really should have checked that coin.
I wanna. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
What was it?
Interrupted.
15.
Okay. The impulse to light this candle flows very strongly into your brain. What harm could a wish make? I could have anything I want easily at my fingertips.
That's so
You feel a strong magical pulse from the coin in your pocket, as if it's egging you on. But you barely shake the thought from your brain as you bring your tinderbox up to the candle.
Oh, wait, what was I doing just now?
Pulling a moose shoe.
I'm going to put the candle and tinderbox away. I'm like, what happened?
How much fun. So, you all watch him get dangerously close, the ones that stayed in the room, to lighting the candle, before he seems to snap back to reality and put the candle and tinderbox back in his bag.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Codice, as you walk back into the armory, the world as you...
Sorry, go ahead.
As you step through the armory doors, it feels like there's a heavy weight on your shoulders. Not physically, but metaphorically. As you look along this collection of weapons, you realize when you were here last, you didn't see this many people. This is way too many weapons for the population of this village.
On top of that, the armory had been scavenged.
But yet when you came today, it was full.
Yeah. Because that's where we realized my father's armor had been stolen.
Do I recognize the works of any of the
Roll history.
That's a 16.
You do indeed recognize a very, very specific craft. An etching that she did in every single storage crate she sent off. A little bunny rabbit with an arrow in its head. Your friend made these weapons. The blacksmith.
Damn it, I knew it.
You know what?
Oh, did you come with me to the armory?
I'm walking back that way. We're headed off.
There will be infinite.
You know what?
I have 84.
Fahrenheit and a low of 60.
It's a low of 61. That's what I knew.
The gods tell you it's a low of 61 tomorrow.
That sounds comfortable.
It's good
Anyways,
to know,
as you were
especially when you ride a motorcycle to work.
I look at her and I go, this is my best friend's work.
The blacksmith?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You wonder why it's so stuffed plumb full, despite the fact that there's way too much. Yeah, there's way more metalwork here than there are people in the city. Yeah, no. This is her doing.
Which means no people are already there.
Yep. I want to, ooh, nat 20. Let's fucking go.
She bought somebody else's dice. Rigged.
This is actually a store-bought dice.
See, I knew it.
So I want to investigate. So that's an 8, right? I do have a. Well, no, that's a perception. I want to investigate, so that's a 22. I want to investigate to see if there is any other sort of magical items or anything useful in the armory.
As you look along, most things don't catch your eye. There's a small box inside one of the boxes of swords. It's much heavier and much denser, and it looks like she made a couple swords just short of what they should be to fit this box. None to, as if to not arouse suspicion, shipping it off.
Fuck it. I pick up the box.
Okay.
I look around it.
The box is oddly heavy for its size. It's the size of roughly a human hand, but feels way heavier than that. There are 4 nails holding it shut, one in each corner.
I want to go ahead and do detect magic on it. I want to sense if there's any malevolent incantations in or around the box.
As you begin to search for magic, you feel it in this box, but it's almost as if what's in this box is calling for something. Like it wants something else to be there with it. A hunger coming from the inside of that box. Almost primal in nature.
I look at this and go, yeah, I'm gonna open it.
Okay. How would you like to open the box?
One nail at a time. I want to pry.
With what?
sword.
As you jam a sword tip in and begin to put leverage on it, the party watches you scoot it across the floor as you try and get enough leverage to pry up the first one. Give me a strength check.
Oh, God.
Please tell me you rolled a 1.
I got a 3, but with my thing, that makes it a 6.
Woo! You put it in and chip off a piece of wood as you try and pry, but it does allow you a seeing hole inside. You see straw and something metal. It's oddly familiar. The familiarity begins clawing at you as you can now feel it. The hunger piercing the air.
History check. Don't fail me now. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a 19 on the history.
Seen this thing before. You've seen part of its shape and you remember it very distinctly. As something carried by a former party member. It adorned his sword till the day he died. It's a core.
I look, does anybody, who did someone, fourth wall break, did someone actually pick up the sword? I don't remember.
I returned the sword back to the blacksmith.
That's what I thought.
No, someone did pick it up. They're just not here.
We don't know that.
Oh.
Well, she said fourth wall break.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in-game,
Yes. So in game,
as
we
far
don't
as you're
know.
aware, Pet hung it back on the wall. But that clawing thought now persists in your brain. She only made one as far as you were aware. But what is one doing here? Hidden amongst all these blades.
I look at him and go, I look at it, whoever else is around, because I think everyone has started trickling back in, basically. Fourth wall break for just a second. Nope, no fourth wall break. I look at everyone and go, I know what's in here now. I can see it. And I go, it's the core to the sword. Last I checked, that sword was hanging up in her shop. There's no, she never does anything without a reason. The fact that she separated the two after only making one, as far as we're aware.
That means she's worried about the sword being in bad hands.
And I go, I think we need to do something with this. Do you still have that?
The way?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, I do not.
Okay. What would you like to do with the box?
Where's that bag that puts shit into the void?
Oh, you burned it, remember?
Oh, yeah, that is true.
In Phoenix Fire.
Yeah, we have to get rid of it.
No, we didn't. Your dad did.
My dad?
Mm-hmm. You knew Sky Daddy.
Oh, yeah, my Sky Daddy. Yes, got it. Like, fuck, I didn't realize I had a dad in this game.
My backstory says orphan, damn it. Daddy Warback's that you? Anybody else want to interact with this thing while she's holding it? You can all feel the box that have trickled into the room. You can feel a very primal hunger pouring out of it. It's as if what's in that box is alive.
I go, we need to, I don't want to say destroy it, but we need to hide this. Like,
I start poking it.
Stop poking it.
I
No.
smack. Do you poke your finger through the hole?
As you touch it, it feels like it's pulling you in. You barely get your finger back, but as you start to touch it, your hand becomes ethereal, like it is pulling you inside that core.
I looked at other people like, yeah, y'all probably don't want to do that one.
I say, it stays in the box. We find a bigger box. We put it in that box. We find a bigger box. We put it in that box. And then we light that shit on fire.
But then all the boxes put that would be on fire and burn.
I'm like, I don't think you're understanding my sarcasm, my wit here. And I kind of mumble underneath my breath, like, at least the king understood my sense of humor.
At least the king had a sense of humor.
And then I look and I go, we need to... Fuck, I have two potential ideas, but I'm going to have to fourth wall break because I don't remember most of the information because I have the memory of a goldfish and too many goddamn notes to actually look it up.
Panda?
Okay, so my...
Yes.
Do you have something opened over your Discord at the moment?
Yes.
It is causing everyone's cameras to not show.
I'm just waiting for him to figure it out. Hey, Tom.
I see it.
You should read your brain.
So, my key, it has 3 uses. We can use it to unlock any door.
Okay.
But we have to find the 4th door. Specifically, the 4th door.
I always found the 4th door.
Do we want to risk using it? Fuck. We could ask Sky Daddy for help and give it to him as an offering and have him keep it safe. Or
I'm gonna try and make a small altar to Tyr.
we can
I was thinking the same
put it
thing.
behind a door that can't be unlocked with anything other than my key.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
The little imp says that that's not what you think it is.
What does the imp say it is?
A golem heart.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Golem,
A golem
heart.
Okay.
And for those of us not versed in Jewish history, in cryptids, what's a golem?
Heart.
What's a golem and why is its heart like this?
It's very dangerous and can trap a spirit.
Why does it smell like matzo balls?
Hey, Codice.
Yes.
The last core charge. What did it need?
Sacrifice.
And the last core charge that was made. What? What did she do with it?
God damn, I don't know. Give me a second. I gotta go look at the notes.
Give me a history check.
The hearts of creatures. The hearts of creatures.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. You remember the last time that she made one of these. She imbued it with the caustic stomach contents of the acid from inside a purple worm.
Yep.
Sealing it inside. Satiating the thing. You also remember a brief conversation of her saying, if you ever want more core charges made for this thing, you just have to bring me golem hearts. But be careful not to touch them directly. You now understand why. After it started to try and assimilate your party member, you can't help but laugh, wondering, what elemental damage would he have been?
Alcoholism.
Just everyone automatically gets drunk and passes out from alcohol poisoning. Everyone instantly dies from liver failure.
There's worse ways.
So you are aware of what this is. A core hidden amongst swords, not fitting any of them, but a possible last act of rebellion. An empty core, an unknowing future. City left as a ghost town. Questions without answers. And a game to play. Do you follow? Do you go through the portal to head to the city? Do you stay here and try and make a plan? Will Warhawk touch the core just because he can?
Will I
Hell
light
no.
a birthday candle and do something dumb?
Very
You
possibly.
still have my birthday candles. Give those shit back.
No.
Yeah.
We'll
Well, that
we'll
one
find out
coming.
next time.
On Dragon
hopefully this
Ball
time.
Z.
Not the last session.
Say again?
I said, yay. Not the last session.
Yeah, we
It's
didn't
not
all
the
die
last session.
yet.
We did
Yeah.
not all die yet.
This time, we'll make sure Zerbs gets tranked so he wakes up on time. For his big scene that he just missed. It's okay. You got a shopping episode. Next time it's going to be a beach episode somebody's missing. Yay! Leviathan.
What?
I hate
What?
you. Do you know how long I've had that stuck in my head?
I got it stuck in Moxie's head too. She's like, I haven't heard that song in forever. And then I may or may not have redeemed channel points, so she had to listen to it on loop for like 5 minutes.
I made her listen to Diggy Diggy Hole once, and then her viewers were like, yeah, Diggy Hole, and made her listen to it again despite the fact that she didn't really like the song.
I know someone who has the hamster dance as a redeem, and someone actually spammed it for like 30
that's
minutes
rough.
straight. Everyone in the chat was so ready to just kill that person.
Understandable. But thanks everybody.
Speaking
who
of
came out for
Moxie.
D&D. Say again?
I said, speaking of Moxie, do we want to raid her?
that is what I am setting up to do right now.
Alrighty, I am going to join you on that.
Alrighty. Thanks everybody who came out. We will see you next week. We will find out if Warhawk manages to get himself sucked inside this thing. Will he ever figure out what that coin actually does to him? Will he wish for something magical? I wish I could tell you, but we'll find out next time. 7:30 Central, Sundays. Right here. Later, guys.
Bye.
All right, that is the end of our stream. We are actually going to follow over onto the raid and send some love over to Moxie. She is currently playing 7 Days to Die. It seems as though my raid message isn't wanting to work, so here we go. First one is free, second one is for subs. Next stream is slated for this Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central, pardon me. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday night, a wonderful start to your week, and I will see you next time. Bye.